Slate. Okay, when you're ready. So we're talking about one of the most invaluable pieces of equipment that you could carry in your camera bag. And it's just covers so many different things. Let's get into that. What's happening, guys? Dan Debenham here. Yes, we're talking about the most invaluable and most useful piece of kit that you can have in your camera bag. And it's amazing how many things this piece of kit can actually do. It's not the cool stuff, it's not the amazing stuff, it's not the expensive stuff that you would initially think you need for filming. It's not the really expensive lenses or the atmosphere or the multiple microphones we use like lapel mics and shotgun mics. It's not the multiple cameras or the lighting or even the drone or gimbals and stuff, the really, really big heavyweight stuff that you need to get those amazing shots. It's not all of that. It's not thousands of pounds worth of gear at all, but it's a piece of gear that just does so many things. What am I talking about? The humble roll of gaff tape. Effectively, this is a £9 roll of tape. It's pink, I know, yes, great, and it does so many things. What have I done with it? What do you do with it, Dan? I hear you saying. Well, a lot of things. I use this to mark out where my talent need to stand. So I'll put an X on the floor, or I'll put a T to show them which way to stand, or I'll stick a mark on a table where they're moving up to, or a point where they need them to move to, and where they move from one place to another, they know they've got to move from mark to mark to mark. And this allows them to get in shot, and it allows them to be in the right position without me having to tell them, or without them having to look. They're using the peripheral vision and they get it done right first time. And it means we get the shot as quickly and as easily as possible. What else have I done with it? I've used it to mark my gear. When we're on multiple shoots, we use it to put a mark on all the gear that we've got, so that if we've got people who've got multiple bits of equipment and there are multiple people there, we know everything that's pink, I've got a pink square on it, is stuff that we need to take back home with us, and that we're not missing equipment and we're not going to leave equipment behind, or we're not going to find our equipment accidentally in somebody else's bag. What else have I done with it? I've used it to mark out the zoom point on a camera lens. So when I need to zoom in, I've marked it out so that when the tapes line up, effectively I know that I'm in the correct place and the zoom is in the right place to capture the scene from one place to another, from one point to another. And it's just so much easier to do using this little guy. It's non-reflective. It doesn't reflect the light back like, say, duct tape or electrician's tape. It's pressure sensitive in terms of stick, which means the harder you press it down, the harder it sticks. The softer you press it down, the easier it is to pull off. It's like heavyweight painter's tape, for instance. It's a bit like that. It's a bit like heavyweight sort of masking tape. It's an amazing piece of kit, absolutely amazing. I've used it also to stick lights up, like these little ones, when we needed a special effect and we haven't got anywhere to actually anchor anything to. We've just used tape to get it up there. And it comes in multiple colours, and it comes in multiple sizes. So you can get thick, thin, even thinner than this. You can get all sorts of different variations of it in all sorts of different colours. If you can think of a colour, it probably comes in that colour. It's amazing. It's not just the only tape that we use, because tape is the unsung hero of the filmmaking world. We also use 3M medical tape, and they use that for taping down the wires on talent so that they don't get adverse reactions or irritations from glues used on different tapes. And we know medical tape is one of those things that's certified for being used on your body. So we'll use that to tape down wires and so on and so forth. I've used this to tape stuff to the tripods, to stands, so on and so forth. I've used this to tape in wires, just stick things together, and it's just an amazing piece of kit. It's so useful, and it is literally £9. It's not £2 grand, it's not 500-600 quid, it's not thousands for a camera, it's not hundreds for lighting, it's not hundreds or thousands for a gimbal. It's just £9. It's a £9 roll of tape, and it does so many different things, and it's so useful in amongst all those other things. It's got a use for all those other things that you buy for filmmaking. It's an amazing piece of kit. So with that, I hope you did find that useful to understand that this is the piece of thing that if I was going to advise you to get one thing filmmaking wise, this would be the first thing I would say you would get. After a camera, and not even that, because you can use your mobile phone, I would definitely say tape is the thing to get, because that is the thing that you'll get the most use out of. It's just got multiple things you can do with it. So with that, leave a comment below with what interesting thing you've done with tape or found that you've been doing with tape in your filmmaking, on your set or on your corporate video. What have you needed tape for and what have you done with it? I'll be interested to know. So leave a comment below. While you're there, subscribe because you know that always helps the channel, etc, etc. Did you know actually, while we're on subscribing, 90% of the people that watch these videos aren't even subscribed. So it's, you know, it would be great if some of those 90% subscribed and watched the next video. And while you're there, if you see the end card, watch another one. While you're here, you might as well, you're on a roll, you might as well watch another video as well. So with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. The one other thing that it can actually do as well, tape, so amazing, there's so many things you can do with it, you even forget the things that it can do, is it's useful for slates. It's amazing for writing on your slate. So this has just got tape on it, and basically I just write on this tape, and then I tape over it and write on it again, and eventually I just tear it all off and then start again. And it's just an amazing piece of kit that has an added effect on almost everything that we use in the filmmaking world. It's absolutely brilliant.